Good morning, everyone. I want to share my pond with all of you. As you can see, there's quite a couple things going on. I got the pond in the center. I got the aquaponics system in the back. On the top, I have a canvas, sort of like a tarp or a shade cloth, but it helps to block the sun. To the right, I have duckweed, other different pond plants that live there, with snails, you name it. Now, the way I keep that little environment safe is by adding rocks. It's a big old barrier. Now the rocks go down about 2 feet, so little fish, guppies, rose minnows, they can still go in and out, and it protects all my plants in there and all the little snails from being eaten by the koi. Now the pump is just in there in the water, and it goes into this 55-gallon barrel. Now, before I had installed the aquaponics system, this 55-gallon barrel was awesome. It would collect all the big debris that fell to the bottom. This valve looking thing on the right, I would just open it and it would suck up all the, I don't know, muck, poop, whatever you want to call it, from the bottom, and it would help me to manage and clean my pond a bit. Now, the way I had installed the pump onto the 55-gallon barrel is this cool thing called a uniseal. They come in different sizes. I got them from Amazon. You just drill a hole into your barrel, insert the uniseal, and then insert the PVC pipe onto it. Now, the reason for this, well, I have a cap on top. If you don't have something on top, if you fall or your kids fall or someone falls, they can die. It's sort of like the 5-gallon buckets that you see just about everywhere that have the little sign that says, "Careful, your kid can drown." So I have it in there pretty tight. It cannot be opened. Now, in the inside, I added goldfish. The reason for the goldfish is simply to prevent any mosquitoes from laying eggs and having the larvae growing out. And before the water goes back into the pond, I bought 4-inch PVC pipes, drilled holes on top of them, like the average aquaponics system that people have out there. The water goes that way about 20 feet and then comes back about 20 feet, and then it makes its way back to the pond. Now, one cool feature that I added to this was 2 90-degree elbows. That way the water is able to go down and it gives it enough time to go back into the pond. Because if not, water may just start spilling from the top of the actual holes that you have. So this works out for me. As you can notice, I don't have any wood holding up my aquaponics system. I bought these stakes, they're metal, just hammered them into the ground, and I attached them. And the way I keep my plants up from falling is, this is the electrical cord or wire, whatever you want to call it. Just 2 of them, and it helps keep my plants up. And that's about it. Now, the pond has had a big old journey. It started off with just a hole in the ground, And eventually I made a lot of changes. I'll explain that in a bit. But this is an overall view of what I have going on. So I want to share with you. Hopefully you get inspired to try and do something like this. Thanks everyone.